Welcome, family and friends. We're gathered here today in the sight of God and in the presence of company to witness the union of Jeffrey Douglas Newell and Christy Ann Van Heusen in Christian marriage. Thank you on behalf of the bride and groom for your presence and affirmation of what will be one of the most memorable days in the life of the couple. Scripture records for us in the opening chapters of Genesis that God created male and female in his image. He created them with beauty and intentionality. Adam rejoiced in Eve, and Eve rejoiced in Adam, and together they rejoiced in God. And God established this as the foundation for marriage and gave them the task to fill the earth with others who would bear his image and display his glory. This is God's good design in marriage. Marriage was created by God as a picture of the relationship between Christ and the church. May our Heavenly Father look down upon us with favor. May the Lord Jesus Christ be present and add his blessing. And may the Holy Spirit attend and seal these vows of love. So, not knowing any reason that these two should not be married, I ask, who gives this woman to be married to this man? Verses that they've selected, so I'd like to begin by reading those passages before we open this ceremony of prayer. Colossians 3:12 through 15. Put on then as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. And above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in one body, and be thankful. Proverbs 3:3 and 4. Let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and good success in the sight of God and man. So we're going to go to the Lord in prayer. We want to start this event in prayer, which is always a good way to start everything. O God of love, O God of sovereign love, you've established marriage for the welfare and happiness of mankind. Yours was the plan, and only with you can we work it out with joy. You have said it is not good for a man to live alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Now our joys are doubled, since the happiness of one is the happiness of the other. Our burdens are halved, since when we share them, we divide the load. Bless this husband, Jeff, today. Bless him as provider for the needs of those he loves. Sustain him in all of his struggles in the contest of life. May his strength be her protection, his character be her joy and assurance. May he so live that she may find in him the haven for which the heart of a woman truly longs. Bless this loving wife, Christy. Give her a tenderness that makes her great, a deep sense of understanding and a great faith in you, Lord. Give her that inner beauty of soul that never fades, eternal youth that is found in holding fast to the things that never age. May she so live that he may be pleased always to reverence and adore her. May they never make the mistake of merely living for one another, each other. Teach them that marriage is not living for each other. It is two uniting and joining hands to serve you, the living God. Give them a great spiritual purpose in life. May they seek first the kingdom that is yours and its righteousness, so that all other things may be added to them. Loving you best, they shall love each other all the more. And faithful unto you, faithful unto each other, they will remain. May they not expect the perfection of each other that belongs to you alone. May they minimize each other's weaknesses, be swift to praise and magnify each other's strengths and beauty, and see each other through a lover's kind and patient eye. Give them a little something to forgive each day, that they may grow in the grace of long-suffering and love. And may they be forbearing with each other's omissions and commissions as you are with theirs. Make such assignments to them according to your will as will bless them and develop their character as they walk together. Give them enough tears to keep them tender, enough hurts to keep them humane, enough failure to keep their hands clenched tightly in yours, and and enough success to make them sure they belong to you. May they never take each other's love for granted, but always experience that breathless wonder that exclaims, out of all this world, you've chosen me. Then when life is done and the sun is setting, may they be found then as snow, still hand in hand, still so proud, thanking you very much for each other. May they serve you happily, faithfully, together until this one of them, each living in Jesus Christ, great lover of souls. Amen. All right, we're going to have a message now. So we got May. So Jeff, there's some lucky critics. I realize this is that we'd be in the circumstance we're in the last few months. The fact that you've chosen not to allow the circumstances to get together is already what a beautiful day. I feel blessed. The first wedding I get the privilege of officiating is on the 10th hole of a golf course. And I've worn my golf shoes at Hunter. And it's 2 miles from my house, so thank you. I will be continuing the celebration of your reunion on the road for some things well tomorrow. Maybe more frustration than celebration, knowing my golf game. So, contrary to the assessment sometimes given by popular culture, marriage is an awesome thing. My wife Tracy and I will celebrate 27 years of marriage on July 10th of this year. And every day has been filled with bliss and connection. I think any of us that have been married for any length of time know that's not true. I think any of us who have parents know that's not true. There are ups and downs. There are good days and bad days. There are days where you'll both be on the mountaintop full of joy. Jeff, there's going to be days when you're up and Christy's down. Christy, there'll be days where you're up and Jeff's down. And then there'll be those wonderful days where you're down. But you're entering into a covenant. A covenant is greatly different than a contract. Contracts normally have end dates and many times have clauses to get out on purpose. But a covenant is beautiful in that it's binding, a binding promise for a lifelong commitment. You're making a promise to one another no matter what goes wrong. The covenant's there. You'll be there when you get together and you will rejoice together in great times. By the power of Christ, whatever little bit of strength you have, the moment you pick one another up and challenge us in every way. But marriage isn't only a covenant, it's a beautiful picture of the gospel. In the book of Ephesians, the Apostle Paul spends the first 3 chapters grounding the Christian in his or her identity in Christ. But he doesn't stop there. He spends the next 3 chapters talking about how that identity in Christ brings unity, love in the church, personal relationships, relationships. Ephesians, the end of chapter 4, Paul says, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. Some of those times in your marriage that one of you is down, it will be the result of your own sin against your spouse. That's what happens when sinners say, I do, which is a great book, by the way. You can't bring 2 sinners together to spend every waking moment together and expect to be You're getting married at an interesting time of self-isolation and stay-at-home order, so you get an extra opportunity for marital sanctification. But that's where the gospel comes into the picture. Being kind to one another, tender-hearted, and forgiving one another doesn't come without a cost. It came at an even greater cost to Jesus, though, didn't it? Any offense we wage against one another in marriage is nothing compared to the offense we waged against God with our sin. Yet he forgave us at great cost to us, giving him up to great love and sacrifice. He showed great kindness to the people who waged war against him. We didn't even know we needed saving, yet by his grace, his patient mercy would save us. The only thing we brought to that relationship was the sin that made it necessary. So Paul says we are to walk in love as Christ loved us. Marriage is a walk of love. There will be times in your marriage that it'll seem really easy to walk in love, and others where that won't be the case. Jeff and Christy, that's why it's so vitally important that your faith, you're first grounded and secure in your identity in Christ and in your faith. Every aspect of your marriage should be marked by this faith. Faith not in the power of your own strength, but in the Son of God who loved you. You guys are embarking on an exciting adventure with many unknowns and many twists and turns. But in the midst of the many things that you don't know, my prayer is that you would remember and cherish the gospel that you do know. That Christ died for our sins in accordance with the scriptures. That the wrath of God that should have been poured out on us was poured out on him. And if Jesus' death satisfied the wrath of God towards us, how much more should it satisfy our wrath toward one another? Not only did he die, but he was buried and he was raised on the third day in accordance with the scriptures, and he is seated at the right hand of God to govern this marriage. This is the good news that brings great joy to all people, which you received and in which you stand, by which you are being saved, so hold fast to this in your marriage. Marriage is a covenant, it's a picture of the gospel, but it's so much more than that. Marriage is a picture of Christ's love for his bride, the church. And Paul points to this picture in Ephesians 5. I'm going to read Ephesians 5, 22 to 33 about husbands and wives. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, as himself its Savior. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also should wives submit in everything to their husbands. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of the water of the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself, for no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. However, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. Paul uses the marriage relationship to point to this picture of Jesus and the church by talking about submission and love. The church willfully and trustfully submitted to the leadership of Jesus. Christy, Jeff isn't Jesus. So submission to his leadership in the marriage isn't always going to be easy, and it's going to require faith on your part. And Jeff won't always lead perfectly, so much grace will be necessary from you. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience on that one. Jesus sacrificially loved the church even to the point of death on the cross. Jeff, it's a tall order, a heavy weight, and an insurmountable task for you to love Christy as Christ loved the church. Certainly you and I can't achieve this goal as husbands, but God has set this as a bar that we strive in faith to press toward. The only way any of these things is possible for husband and wife is if we crucify our flesh, die to self, and let our desires become secondary to those of our spouse. That's part of what happens in marriage. We die to our own desires, we become one flesh with one another, taking on the desires of the other. Submission to Christ's leadership by the power of the Spirit of God is the only way any of this will happen. Paul ends this passage by saying, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. Paul begins with submission and love, and he ends with love and respect. So I'll tell you that if you keep these concepts, submission, love, and respect, at the forefront of your marriage, put them into practice daily, you will not only survive in marriage, you will thrive in your marriage. So you see, this marriage that's coming together today is far greater than husband and wife. This marriage is bigger than Jeff and Christy today. Marriage points to the world to God's love for his church. It points to God's love for his people through the gospel. And marriage points to God himself. This is the beginning of a great journey walk of love together. Jeff and Christy, God has a great plan for your marriage, and I am excited to see you come together in covenant marriage as a couple today. This seems like a great time to do that. What do you guys think? Want to get married?
Oh, we're good.
All right. So, Jeff and Christy, you've heard the explanation of the union of marriage. Now you will take vows in regard to this marriage. These vows are as binding in adversity as they are in prosperity. They are to be broken only by death. If you're prepared, you have joined hands, so you are prepared. It's been cold. So, Jeff, in taking Christy to be your wife, do you so promise to honor, love, and cherish her in sickness as in health, in poverty as in wealth, in hardship as in blessing, till death alone shall part? Christy, taking Jeff to be your husband, do you so promise to honor, to love, and cherish her in sickness as in health, in poverty as in wealth, in hardship as in blessing, till death alone shall part? So, Jeff, you have a ring here. So, Jeff, place this ring on Christy's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
Wear it with love and joy.
Wear it with love and joy.
As this ring has no end, neither shall my love for you. I choose you to be my wife, this day and forever. Christy, place this ring on Jeff's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring. Wear it with love and joy. As this ring has no end, neither shall my love for you. I choose you to be my husband, this day and forever. Jeff and Christy, we have witnessed the pledging of your love and commitment to each other. You declared your vows before God in this congregation, online too. You have confirmed these promises by the exchange of rings. It is therefore my joy and privilege to declare you husband and wife. Jeff, you may kiss your bride. Friends and family of the bride and groom, it is my pleasure to present you to Mr. and Mrs. Jeff Newell.
How old is he?